Part two. Now, well, I was on part. Okay, yeah, nah. She she goes out with her friends, her new friends now. Now her friends used to hang with the books and things of that nature. I'm talking about the friends that smoke weed and hang on the corners with the boys and talk a lot of mess and all of this stuff, cursing and this and blah blah. Now she started cursing and she haven't cursed in her life. If she start cursing MF this and B this and H this, I hate H this, and I beat that B girl, I beat that B down this. Now, now, tell me, fellas, good fellas out there, tell me you haven't heard that before. Now, it doesn't end well because she gets pregnant and then she goes back to her mother and tells her mother she's pregnant. Her mother goes off and say, "Wait, what? You what?" And her father say, "Okay, young lady, didn't I tell you to stay away from those type of men and da da da? You need to take a time out. Time out. This is 2012, not 1980, not 1976 or 1944. Anyway, the fact is that she don't listen to her father or mother. She said she started crying. I should have listened to y'all. Y'all told me not to mess with them type of men. I just want somebody to love me and da, da, da. And and her father, she still was doing wrong. Now, all my good brothers out there, please. What I'm trying to say is that let black women learn from their own mistakes. If they make that mistakes to have kids with thugs, hey, that's their problem. And then when they find out that and you know how bad the economy is, and you know the Republicans, they not going to get nobody jobs. So when she go try to find a job, she can't find one. Why? Because they not hiring. And not to mention the economy's bad. Plus, not to mention that they ain't hiring anyway. So that's that. Now, like I said, y'all watch you black sisters watch BET and all these rap videos and you thinking it's real life. I told you from the get go, the life they're living is fake. It's not real life. Give me a break. I keep saying it, but black sisters do not listen. Now, brothers, I'm gonna make this quick. There's a problem, and everyone always want to blame black men for this, blame black men for that, and if he was doing this, if he was doing that. Well, let me just tell y'all something. Look, we as good black men try, okay? We try to tell brothers. We try to tell these young men. We try to tell them, don't take this route. Don't take that route. Don't don't go that same route your father or your brother them did. Don't go that same route your uncle them did. But do they pay attention to good black men like me and other good black men on YouTube or any good black men around the USA? No, they don't. They only listen to who they listen to. And who they listen to is the rap stars. The rap stars that tell them to go the wrong way. The rap stars that tell them to sell dope. The rap star that tells them to smoke weed and hang on the corners. The rap stars who lives are not real or fake. And they listen to it and they instead of thinking about the consequences and repercussions of what can happen if you do that type of lifestyle, they do it. Now, this is what makes me mad about the whole situation. I was speaking to one of my freedom fighter brothers today, and he told me that he bumped into a young black kid today, earlier this afternoon, and when I came to my public people meeting, he told me that he needed some help learning what to do and how to get to where he needed to go in life. So me and him, we talked. I told him, I said, don't you want to be something one day? Don't you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or a mechanic? He said, no. He said, I want to be a rapper. I said, okay, fine, that's cool. You want to be a rapper? Good. So do I. And I rap. So I told him, I said, well, if you want to be a rapper, what do you want to rap about? Oh, I just want to rap about girls and guns and drugs. And I said, oh, whoa. I said, whoa. Okay, wait a minute now. I said, okay, listen. You can rap about what you want to rap about, but that that right there has got to go. The guns, drugs. You can talk about the women as long as it's positive, but no guns and drugs to me, brother. If you want to be down with my coalition of rap, you have to do it positively. I'm sorry, but that's the way I am. If you don't want to do it positive, hey, I can't mess with you. Now he said, well, I'm hooked up with my boy and all. We rap about the girls and call girls bees, and they just say, hey, hey, hey. I said, well, I just tell you, dude, we don't do that over here. Now he says, well, what's the big deal? Black women diss us, and then I said, look, first of all, listen to me. I told him, first of all, listen to me. I've been raised by the best black women I could be raised by. Okay? Now, first thing is, you probably never been raised by a real woman. That's probably why you don't know what a real woman is. Second thing, I asked him, do you have your dad in your life? He said no. I said, see, that's another thing. Third thing I asked him is, okay, so why do you want to disrespect black women and disrespect women in general? He said, no, I don't want to disrespect them. I'm just trying to get my name out there in the streets. I said, look here. Brother. I said, number one, that life right there that you're talking about, that fast life, talking about money, talking about cars, talking about jewelry, talking about all that, okay, fine. You want to talk about all that and try to make the industry? Go ahead, do you. But guess what? I'm going to tell you something that I've been taught, is that you need to understand that, do you know what units are? Do you know how to generate your money the right way? Do you know how to invest in your community if you do make it? He said no. I said, well, hey, good luck in the industry. Because guess what? When they done with you, they're gonna spit you out just like gum, bruh. They're gonna spit you out. You ever see how you chew gum and when the flavor loses spit out and you put another piece in? That's exactly what they do. They use you like gum and then they spit you out and then they look for another piece. Meaning they look for another person to come in and do the same thing. That's what they're gonna do to you. Because every time, once that money go and once that fame is gone, you're out of here, pal. And you're the flavor of the month. And after you done, when you done, they're gonna get the next person to do the same thing to them. Believe me, you got pimp the industry. You can't let the industry pimp you, partner. That's what I learned. Now, I told him, what is the problem with you and other black young brothers disrespecting our black queens? Haven't you learned anything from anybody like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman and all? Do your school even talks about that? Only in February in Black History Month. Okay, all right. See, that's a problem. You see, you need to do your research on that, like I did. I do my research on YouTube and I do my research everywhere else. I go to the library to learn things, and that's what you need to do. You need to go to the library and learn things. He said, you know what? You're right. I said, yeah, you're damn right. I'm right. Now, young brothers out there that's good and understand, please teach these young brothers. They say, please talk to these brothers. Please stop them from doing this. Please stop them from doing that. Okay? We can only do so much, people. That's all I can say. We can only do so much. If they don't want to listen to the path that we're trying to lead them, fine. If they don't want to listen, what can I do? What can I do? If I'm trying to teach this young black brother over here how to be, how to be loving and respectful to women and himself and other people, and if he don't want to listen to what I have to say, hey, if it go on one ear out the other, that's on him. Not on me, that's on him. Because after I teach you, that's it. Some black sisters complain there's no good black men out there. Well, guess what? I said this a million damn times. There are good black men out there. But the reason why you're not understanding is because you're not listening either. When a good black man speaks to you, you say, oh, you're the one I've been waiting for my whole life. That's what God was blessing me with my whole life. No, you don't. You say, oh, wait till independent, wait till this, wait till that. Well, guess what? Not all women are like that. But what I'm saying is some black women just need to understand that it's not all about being independent. And it's not all about being disrespectful. And it's not all about cursing and disrespecting other people. And another thing I want to say is that when black relationships don't work is because there is no unity in the community. There is no more unity in the community. Back in the 80s and 90s, we looked out for each other. But those days are gone. But them days can't come back. But guess what? The problem is now we out for self in a world that's consumed by greed and wealth. And see, the thing is that we don't understand that greed and wealth only leads to death and destruction in our own communities. And that's what we need to realize. And if we can't realize that, we on our own. Now, for all my black sisters out there that do believe in the positive messages and do believe in the Lord and do believe in following your dreams and doing the right things and trying to empower sisters the right way, I salute y'all that does that. For all my brothers out there that live positive lifestyles, or if you changed your life around from the mistakes you made from the past, I salute you for that. That you're doing the right thing, you keep doing the right thing, and you keep fighting against oppression in the black community. And that's what I'm talking about. You need to do that. I salute y'all. But for the ones that still lost, I can't help you. I mean, if you're a lost black brother or black sister, ain't nothing I can do for you, because I did in every YouTube video. I talked about why black women what black women need to do to get a black man. I talked about what black men need to do that's hard headed to get a black woman on them, but they wouldn't listen. So hey, if you want to go down that road of destruction and pain, go right ahead. Let the devil lead you to hell. That's exactly where you're going to be if you don't keep your priorities in order. That's all I got to say about that. Now, I talked about Heavy D yesterday. I don't want to talk more about Heavy D no more because I already talked about him yesterday. That's enough of that. But what I do want to say is that we have to value our life right while we're here, because if we don't, we're going to see ourselves somewhere we don't want to be. And believe me, this place is this, and the place I'm talking about is a place you don't want to go spiritually. And believe me, that's where nobody don't want to go. But anyway, what I'm saying is a lot of black brothers out there don't learn their lessons. They say they learned their lesson, but they still do the same thing anyway. For instance, I mean, if a black brother come from jail and he says, you know what, his first offense, and he says, you know what, I never want to go there again. But guess what? Right back in there, a couple of months, couple of weeks later, right back in there. You see, and then people say it's a cycle of black women getting pregnant on purpose. Well, you know what? They're not getting pregnant on purpose, but guess what? Some are. Some are doing it for the money. Some are doing it just because they're cheating their girlfriends with babies. And I think it's wrong. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I tell black women this. I tell my positive black sisters this. If they want to go down that road, let them learn from their own mistakes. Like you did. I know a sister that made a few mistakes in her life back then. She made a few mistakes in her life, but she turned herself around. And she's trying to teach black women the same thing I'm trying to say on YouTube. But if they don't want to listen to the message that sister's speaking, well, hey, that's on them. I know a brother who changed his life around for the better, and he was in prison. Hell, he was in the cuckoo house to be exact. But he turned his life around, and he working, he doing good things. And he trying to teach black men the same thing that I'm teaching them. When I go to my positive people meetings and stuff like that. So the thing about it, people, is that it's not our fault the way these kids are. Yes, it's not our fault, because if they learn it from different sources, how are we supposed to know what's going on? And another thing I want to say, and I'm gonna get out here in this note. If black women would stand up for themselves more often and stop being the victim of these brothers that's thugs and gangsters, they won't have problems. And to the sisters, I just have to say this. No, brothers, I just have to say this. If you stop disrespecting our women, if it's nothing wrong with having a good time and talking about the money and the fame and all that, but if you just stop disrespecting our sisters, please. You just stop calling them the B word. You just stop calling them the H word. I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, what we going to call them then? Well, okay, you want to call them anything, but just don't call them that. Call them fast girl or or Mrs. Fast or something, do not call her a B or H, please.